All right, Dan St. Vincent and the Grenadines. It's now 15 minutes on to the hour. We should be joined by Lyf Compton. Lyf, good morning to you.
Hey, good morning, Maka. Season's greetings to everybody listening.
Season greetings to you, and boy, I know you should be happy today.
Why?
We mean why?
Why? Tell me.
Rajiv, remind him.
Well, you know, there was a particular... Oh, morning, Lyf. How you doing?
Morning, Rajiv. I didn't know you was there.
Yeah.
You just tell me she wouldn't be there.
Yeah, and Nicole is here with us too.
Oh, Nicole. Good morning, Nicole. Sorry about that.
That's all right. Good morning.
Yeah, well,
Good morning.
I
So
think-
I should be happy today. Tell me.
There's something she's supposed to be floating across the board
in January.
in January.
I still don't know what it is.
Oh.
I saw a news outlet said it's $2,000 across the board, but I never heard that when I listened to the broadcast. I didn't hear 2,000.
So what is it?
I don't know where that.
What is it he said
I don't know
there?
where that figure came from. But anyways, I don't know what the figure is going to be. But I guess whatever it is, people will be happy.
Yep,
Yeah.
of course.
It's money I didn't have before, you know. So I guess, you know, still
Yeah,
something to happy about, you know.
Yeah.
Especially in January
Money,
when...
but 2,000. Yeah. $2,000 is the figure floating around, but I don't know how true it is because the Prime Minister didn't say that. He just said that some people will receive more than double their salary and some will get a bonus or whatever, as you said it was. But he also said yesterday that what I want to talk about is that he said yesterday that the national debt is about over $3 billion, right? And people basically went crazy. Oh, $3 billion, $3 billion, one sort of thing on social media, right? But as usual, people don't read and people don't do research, right? It's actually the second lowest in the Eastern Caribbean and plenty lower than other countries in the region. So if I could give some numbers, okay. So he put the national debt at $3 billion, right?
Mm-hmm.
And okay, for some people who are not familiar with what the national debt means, because I realize a lot of people don't read, right? So national debt is basically what the country owes, and I'm going to read something here so I could explain it a little better, right? So the national debt is the total money a country's government owes to its creditors, accumulated from years of budget deficits. And a budget deficit is when you spend more than the revenue, which is when you spend more than what the country makes. So it likens to a household's credit card debt, representing all past borrowing, primarily through selling securities like treasury bonds, and includes both domestic and foreign obligations impacting economic stability and future investment. So our national debt, according to Prime Minister Dr. Gordon Friday, stands at $3 billion. But in St. Lucia, right next door, part of the Eastern Caribbean Currency Union, it's actually $5.6 billion. These are the latest figures that I was able to find online. So St. Lucia is $5.16 billion. Antigua is around $4.15 billion. So it's lower than St. Lucia, it's lower than Antigua. Dominica is kind of startling. Dominica is like $654.81 billion. St. Kitts is way above all the others, which is $956.2 million. And that was at the end of December 2022. That was the latest figure I found. I don't think that would have improved much in 2 years. And Grenada, 814 million, which is it's lower than us. So 814 million US. So it's 2.195 billion.
But then, like,
that's Grenada.
Isn't it a bit strange then that this debt burden is, according to him, a key reason why they're going to be pursuing CBI then? Because our debt is a lot lower than these CBI countries.
That's the point. That's the point. That's the point I was going to make. You just make the point before me. It's kind of strange, right? So if we move forward if we move up to Nico's side, the debt in Trinidad is 22 billion USD, and in Jamaica it's 14 billion USD. But the point I was making is one I wanted to make next, that all these countries that we mentioned there, they have CBI, but the only one that is lower than us is Grenada. So I'm not an economist or a financial person, but the maths just seem really off, right? It just seems, the math seems off.
Yeah,
I don't understand.
That stood out to me as well.
Yeah, people going crazy over the figures on the internet, but as you can see, if you do a little reading, because when I heard it, I said, let me look at the other countries and compare, and we don't have CBI, and these countries do, but the debt is considerably higher than ours. And what the Prime Minister also said yesterday is that the new administration, they're not backing off of implementing CBI, and what they were saying before is that because we are the last country to get in it, we are getting into it late, so we have an advantage in relation to the passport being even more sought after by people, and we could learn from the mistakes that the other countries made, basically. So basically what they're saying is that we would have the most secure, sought after CBI program in the region, and maybe that can help us lower the national debt. But
Lyf,
I'm not sure about that part.
Have they ever pointed out how, in what, any specific terms, how our CBI program would differ from the other countries?
Well, they're basically saying it would differ because it will be, they will look at all the mistakes that the other countries made and the reason they were blacklisted, and then it will be different because it will be more secure. The last coming in, so you know all the mistakes, you know all the issues, you know all the problems, so it won't be like that. But I don't know. To me, CBI these days, it seems a bit shaky. Because if you know that it has always seemed shaky because it was always said about there's not a sustainable economic plan for a country to rely on. Because if you look at how the United States move, right, they have a CBI program. They call it the Golden Passport, where they sell the passports for how much ever money, and basically they blacklisting other countries that have CBI maybe to strengthen their own, because when it comes to self-preservation and country first, that is what America does, right? They don't care about what happens in the rest of the world. They don't care what affects the rest of the world. They just want to secure what they want to secure. So I don't know. We will see.
Yeah.
Because what they're saying also too is that the people that will come to get our passport are people who are basically stable, known, legitimate businessmen who the world wants to trade with anyways. So they don't have a problem with what passport they carry because they are legitimate and they have a lot of international clout and they will want to trade with. They want to do business with these people anyway. So let's hope. All we can do now is hope that it is implemented properly and it works and it helps to reduce the national debt. Not that the national debt seems out of control, because when it compared to the other countries, for instance, St. Kitts, what was the number for St. Kitts again? How many close to $10 billion?
Yeah.
And they are said to have one of the best CBI programs.
Yeah, but Lyf, part of me wonders if the current administration is setting themselves up and not in a good way for some backlash in the future, because if you're saying it is at 3.1 billion now, and then you implement the CBI and there's no meaningful difference after the implementation of the program, I think a lot of people gonna have a lot of questions for them.
Well, that's one of the thoughts I had, right? I'm saying they will be interested, right? It would be very interesting. It would be very interesting to see what the national debt is at the end of 2026. Let we don't cut it so close. Let we say at the end of 2027, because they're basically saying that they're definitely going to implement the CBI program this year. That's one of the major push, right, to implement it this year, right? So let's see how it impacts the national debt at the end of 2027, right? That's what I'm thinking. Probably if it's 2026, you're not being reasonable because it's just a year in government. I don't know how much a government can get done in a year to lower the national debt or even attract some sort of lucrative foreign direct investment because they still get into the heads together and their foot on the ground within a year. Still running a government is not something that you could get right straight away within a year. That's my opinion, right?
Yeah,
I don't think
that's fair.
He also mentioned that he's not going to borrow any more money as well.
well, you see, let me see. Well, we could just wait and see. You know, saying those things, those are big statements, right?
Mm.
So we have to just wait and see how it goes. You can't just like knock it like from the get-go. We just see how it goes. Because what we are seeing, right, is that the administration made certain promises during elections, and so far they are going about fulfilling them kind of strategically. But also what is happening is that people are really trying to hold the new government accountable for what they said during the elections. And what is politically dangerous for this new government is that people now realize that the power is in their hands.
Mm-hmm.
Because what I'm also hearing a lot of people saying, well, if they don't do stuff that they said they're going to do, and if we don't like what is going on, we could just vote them out like how we did the ULP.
Yeah, I think a lot of people realize too is that the government isn't doing them a favor. They're doing what they're paying them to do. You know, they're working for us. You know, they're not thinking of it in that kind of way anymore.
Well, they usually say sometimes that's right now, right? But they sometimes say the masses has short memories, right? So maybe true. Everybody get comfortable and life continues as usual and things are allowed to slide. But we will see. Yeah. We just have to wait to see. It's early days still. You have to basically commend the new administration for so far living up to things that they said they would do, right? It's not really hard things though. It's not really like difficult things. Is back free not very difficult. The bonus salary, I think that might be a bit difficult getting the numbers right and readjusting the funding and whatever to get it done right. And what was the other thing they said they would do within the 60 days? I kind of slipped me now, but
I think they said they would reduce the VAT to 13%.
Yeah. Wow. That I think that one would be I think that would be problematic when you're talking. I think that one would be kind of problematic. You know what I mean? But they can't go back on it, right? But what people are saying in relation to that, they basically say, oh yeah, they're gonna reduce it to 16%, but we might get hit harder somewhere else.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, as I say, you have to crack a few eggs to make an omelet.
Yeah. So we'll see. Everybody looking closely. Everybody looking on closely to see what's gonna happen, right? Everybody looking on closely to see what happens. They're holding them accountable. So yeah, that's my contribution for this morning. Wasn't supposed to be so heavy because it's Christmas Eve. Everybody thinking about Christmas and shopping or whatever. You know what I mean? Congratulations to all the people who were sworn into the new parliament yesterday. I see my very good friend Chelsea Alexander, who we used to have some nice debate in the past, respectful debates in the past. She's a senator. I'm very proud of her. That's my really good friend. And congratulations to all the other people that was sworn. The opposition was absent for various reasons, according to what the former Prime Minister opposition leader, Dr. Roleza, was saying. He was basically saying that he had security issues. And I also don't have a problem with that security issue talk, right? People taking it to be other things, and even if it's other things, I understand the security issues and the kind of trauma that could have come from something like that. Anybody knows if there was a crowd outside the parliament yesterday?
It doesn't seem so.
Oh, it doesn't seem so.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't really know what happened, but yeah, and well, he said one of his senators, Kisa Peters, was overseas with her mom. Her mom was sick, and he and Carlos did not go. I don't see it as a big deal. Some people see it as a big deal. I do, because you can't tell somebody what to do when they went through certain things. And even if it's a situation where if you feel a kind of way about going, I can't tell you to go somewhere if you feel a way about doing it, right? For whatever reason. So I don't really have a problem with that. It wasn't a big thing because it's basically 14-1, and the majority of the people who were supposed to be there, except for 3, were there. It's a dominance in the house for the new administration. So yeah, that's my contribution this morning. As I said, it wasn't supposed to be so heavy, it being Christmas and all. So, but
these are things that are on people's minds, so it's fair still.
Yeah.
So like, what was the plan for today? Because today is a good friend birthday, so maybe we should just take a trip. Roleza, today's Roleza's birthday.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh man. Roleza going to kill me for that one.
We should have asked Lyf the off, hey man, gonna release. Hey, me remember.
Happy 60th birthday, Roleza.
Jeez, you.
60th.
Well, she said we all and she said we all. So after that, she happy 60th birthday.
Roleza collecting a public assistance, boy.
It going double.
Yeah, you going double.
Yeah, she gonna get something next month.
No, in February.
February.
Yeah, I think the Prime Minister said February.
Oh, February. Okay, yeah. So she did good. She did good.
Oh, she now messaged. She said she listening.
Yeah, good. She listening. Happy 60th, Roleza. Happy 60th.
Boy, Lyf, you listening? It seems like a good listener.
All right, Lyf. Enjoy the rest of the season, my brother.
Yeah, same to you. Bless. Nicole, you too. Love you.
Thank you. Love. Take care.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. That's the time. It's now 2 minutes after 8 o'clock, and of course, that's the time by the New Haven Funeral Home.
Death is a fact of life. Even though death is a fact of life, that doesn't make it any easier.